Blowing steam, hit it, roll up some trees with it, till my lungs fucking collapse, my whole team get it. Uptown fresh nigga, only on the back block. Niggas make it hot, then we fleeing out the crack spot. Man, else nigga, I'm hot right now. I slow squint it up, Mr. Miyagi style. Bottles of the Henny, pour it out for the whopper. My goons in the back, low key with the chopper. But you wasn't with me rapping on the hill. A nigga won't stop till I get a touch of meal. Mixtape, fuck a deal, nigga. Hungry with my meal. Sticky sour, you ain't gotta crush your pills. Shit for real.
What's good, everyone? I'm over here messing with this gauge pod that I purchased. Right now I'm just playing around with the fitment and deciding on where more or less I'm gonna mount it to. But I might mount it right there. I didn't run the wires yet, and I'm gonna take the downpipe off, drill a hole in it, and take it so they can weld the bong in for the O2 sensor, because I don't want to eliminate the stock oxygen sensors from the car. If you guys are curious on what kind of gauge pod holder that is, that's this right here. This pairing, that's the part number right there. So I'm gonna get to mount this after I take the downpipe off. I'm gonna do the downpipe first. I'm gonna mock up where I want the O2 sensor at. I'll show you guys some footage on this. But right now I gotta take the cowl off on the car. I'll show you guys. I gotta take this plastic off. I gotta take the cowl off. If you guys got a 9th gen, you already know how to take this off. If you don't, you gotta start with this plastic piece right here. You pop them off. It gives you better access to take the windshield wipers off. You take the rubber garment off right here. Take that bolt off, which is a 17. You take the wipers off. Then you can take this plastic piece off. Mine is broke. When you take this off, then you got like these little lock clips around holding it. You gotta pop those off, and then you can take the cowl. There's a metal cowl underneath this that you gotta take out. It's 3 bolts holding it. They're 10 millimeters. I'm gonna take this plastic piece off first and the wipers, then I'll come back. I just wanted to show you this real quick. So you got a windshield washer coolant line that runs on to this cowl cover. So right here in this section right here, what you're gonna do is pop it off like that. See, it comes right out, and then you can take this plastic cover off, set it aside somewhere where it won't get damaged. You can come back right here. Now you can take the metal cowl off. So now you got 3 12 millimeters of bolts holding it on each side. So 1, 2, 3. You're gonna take those off. Those are the other 3 right there. Then inside here, I don't know, you can see it. You got a 10 millimeter right there, one all the way inside there, and one right there. You pop those. Well, you take those 10 millimeters off, take the 12s off, then that metal cowl comes right out. I'm gonna take it out and I'll be right back. I just wanted to show you the adapter that I'm going to put in for the oil pressure sensor. There you go. And this is K-tune oil pressure sensor adapter. That's the number right there, in case you guys want to do the same thing to your 9th gen. And when I take the downpipe off, I brought this a while back. I forgot the measurements on this, but I got this at Harbor Freight. I don't know if that helps right there, but that's the number on it. You go to Harbor Freight. This will be by the drill section. This is gonna help me drill a hole for this bong right here. So measures up pretty good right there. See? So let me take this downpipe off and get to it. Put this back on. So right now I'm underneath the car. I'm looking at this right here, and I might just mount it up here like that, because it has to be at an angle, so if it gets any condensation, it could drip off the O2 sensor. So let me just put it right there. This at an angle, and also I'm gonna take this VTEC, not the VTEC cylinder, but the oil pressure sensor right here. This oil pressure sensor, I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna put a K-tune adapter here, so I could run the oil pressure gauge, and also in the future I can also have a port to feed the oil for the turbo. So I'm gonna do those two things right now. I'm gonna take this downpipe off, but I'm gonna mock it first where I'm gonna drill it, and then I'm gonna take it to get welded at the muffler shop, see if they can weld the bong in for me. 4 bolts here in the back that you're going to take off, and you got a hanger right there, you got to take it off, and then you got 3 bolts right there. I had this exhaust wrapped. I'm going to take the wrap off it because the wrap is all messed up, but these are the bolts right here, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to take it off, take it to the muffler shop, get it welded, bring it back, put it back up. Get back to you as soon as I mark it and take it off. Well, as you can see, I got the downpipe off, and this is where I marked it at. So I'm gonna take this hole punch, punch a little hole here in the middle. So when I start drilling, the bit won't go all over the place. And I'm going to make this hole for the bong, then I'm going to take it to get welded. If you guys was wondering what kind of downpipe this is a Skunk 2 Alpha header. I'm going to drill it. I'll come right back, I'll show you. Yep, so this is the hole I made. I cleaned it up. It's the bong. It's in there perfect. I'm gonna go get it welded right now. Come right back and install it. So this way I could run the wires and have that air to fuel working. Just got back from the muffler shop, and they did a pretty good job, man. Charged me $20 to get this welded on. I made the hole, I cleaned it up for them. All they had to do was weld it. Alright, I got a better shot for you guys. This is the oil pressure sensor right here. This is the plug that was on it. This is a boot. You slide the boot back, unplug it, take this sensor out, and put the K-tune oil pressure sensor adapter here. Put this oil pressure sensor on the K-tune one, and then utilize whichever port you want on that adapter. This is the adapter. I find my oil pressure gauge sensor to use that. I'm with some glow shift gauges. Yeah, this I brought this on eBay. I was gonna use it, but I saw that the K-tune had more ports on it. It actually comes with about 4 ports that you can use. So I thought it was cool. Alright, so let's see. You can use the port here on the front, on the head, the top of the head. Then it comes with 3 other ports. It's got 1, 2, and 3. So altogether there's 4 ports you can use on this. And it also comes with a jam nut. So you could actually position this the way you want. Then you will tighten this jam nut towards the block, and it'll lock the sensor in. It also has seals here to stop the oil from leaking. So I'm going to put this on and I'll come right back. Alright, that's what it looks like installed. I got the OEM sensor on there, and I also got the sensor for the gauge on there. So there's 2 sensors on there right now, and it's tightened. I put Honda Bond on there. Hopefully it won't leak. Now I'm going to put the downpipe back on, put the wideband 02 on there, and then start wiring it up. So this is how I fish it through that rubber garment. Found a metal hanger, unbend it, take some duct tape and tape the wires up to it, poke that rubber garment, and fish it out on the other end. Well, that's what she looks like right now. Still got this wiring right here to take care of. It's getting late, so I'm going to take care of it tomorrow. I'll film the rest of this tomorrow. Well, I finally finished running the wires and tucking them, and the gauges are up and running good. See, it almost revs up to 100 psi's. That noise you're hearing is the emergency brakes. I have the emergency brake on. I got the car jacked up. So that's the install. And by the way, if you put a Type S oil pump in the 9th gen, expect it to rattle. It shakes everything up in low RPM. They got 1,000 RPM. You can hear it shaking everything in the car. Make sure everything's tight. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it might bother some of you guys. It goes away as you rev. It goes away. Well, now that I got the wideband put in, I got the gauges mounted, the wiring, I finished running them. Now I'm gonna give the car a little refresh. Right now I'm changing the spark plugs. If you got a 9th gen, these are the plugs you want to go with. So I'm gonna change all floor plugs, then I'm going to change the oil, then take it for a little test ride. I'll be back when I'm done. Well, I changed the spark plugs, I changed the oil filter, and the car's running good. Just want to let you guys know, if you're going to install the wideband O2 sensor, it has to be no less than 8 inches away from the exhaust. That's what they recommend. That's what AM recommends. So that, I believe where I mounted it right there, that was a little, about 9 inches away from the exhaust. And also they recommend you put it at an angle, so if any condensation builds up on it, you know, it drips right off it. Or so I took the car for a spin. You know, the gauges are working good. There's no oil leak. There's no exhaust leak. She's running strong. And next I'm planning on probably installing a short shifter. I'll do a video on that. And you know, show you guys how to take the plastic parts off by the shifter and installing the short shifter. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. If you made it to the end, appreciate it. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys, man. All right, peace.